When people think about Amsterdam, they usually think about the beautiful canals and the red light district. But honestly, Amsterdam is so much more than that. In this video, we will show you the top things that you need to do as a tourist in Amsterdam, which are offbeat and also recommended by the locals. Let's go. We're in Amsterdam, babe. Let's start with our absolute favorite experience, a private self-driven canal boat tour. Rather than squeezing into one of those crowded touristy boats, we decided to rent our own boat for €50 per hour. It's a little pricier, yes, but the experience is completely worth it, especially if you're more than two. You get to cruise at your own pace, bring your own snacks and drinks, stop wherever you want, and truly soak in the magic of Amsterdam's canals. All without a guide talking into your ear the whole time. I feel like I'm in a movie set. It feels unreal. Pro tip: pack a small picnic, grab some local cheese and stroopwafels, and set the vibe with your favorite playlist. Trust us, it's a core memory in the making. Second on our list is the Anne Frank House. Visiting the Anne Frank House is a deeply emotional and powerful experience. Instead of just doing a walking tour outside, we highly recommend booking tickets to go inside the actual house where Anne and her family hid during World War II. Tickets cost €16 per person and open 6 weeks in advance. They sell out within hours, so mark your calendar. Filming isn't allowed inside, but it's a profound journey through history that will leave you teary-eyed and reflective. Pro tip: you can also book a 30-minute introductory program by one of the museum educators for additional €7 before heading inside. Next, and one of my favorite spots in Amsterdam, is the Van Gogh Museum. It is one of the most visited spots in Amsterdam, and for good reason. This place has the largest collection of Van Gogh's artwork in the world. Over 200 paintings, 500 drawings, and tons of letters he wrote to his brother Theo. It's like walking through the mind of a genius, and maybe a little madness too. You'll see some of his most famous works, like The Potato Eaters, one of Van Gogh's earliest masterpieces. A dark, raw look at a poor farming family sharing a simple meal. He painted it to honor the hard-working lives of peasants, rough hands, tired faces, and real life. Second is the sunflowers. Van Gogh painted them to symbolize friendship and warmth, hoping to brighten his home before his friend visited. The bedroom, the cozy, almost childlike room he painted in Arles, France. And my personal favorite, Almond Blossom. This one's bright and beautiful, and he actually painted it to celebrate the birth of his nephew. But what really hits you is how much his style changes over time. You go from the dark, moody tones of the Potato Eaters to the bright, bold colors of his later works in France. It's not just a gallery, it's a story of his struggles, passion, and evolution as an artist. Tickets can be booked online only and cost €32.5. Next on our list is a day trip. If you want to escape the city for a bit and step into something that feels straight out of a storybook, head to Zaanse. It's just a quick train ride from Amsterdam, and suddenly you're in this beautiful little village that feels like you've time traveled back to the 18th century. There are iconic windmills still working, charming green wooden houses, and cobbled paths that make you feel like you're in an old Dutch painting. But it's not just for the views, there's a lot to explore. You can watch artisans make traditional Dutch clogs by hands. Yes, real wooden shoes, and no, they're not as uncomfortable as they look. There's a local dairy shop where you can sample and buy all kinds of Dutch cheese. Gouda, cumin, smoked. We may or may not have gone back for seconds. It's all free to enter, and you can spend anywhere from 2 hours to half a day here depending on your pace. It's like a real-life museum village. Peaceful, picturesque, and something that feels very uniquely Dutch. Definitely worth adding to your Amsterdam itinerary. Next one is something on a list which took us by surprise. Let's talk food. And no, Dutch cuisine doesn't always get a lot of hype, but Amsterdam has some seriously delicious options because of its colonial history and cultural diversity. First, Dutch pancakes. Start your morning with traditional Dutch pancakes, thick, fluffy, and deliciously customizable. We fell in love with the pesto pancake and came back again on our last day. Sweet or savory, you cannot go wrong. Alright, time to settle one of Amsterdam's tastiest debates. Who serves the best apple pie in the city? And lucky for you, the top two contenders are just a few minutes apart in the charming Jordan neighborhood. Winkel 43, this place is Insta famous and almost always packed. The pie is tall, rich, buttery, and loaded with spiced apples. If you love a big, indulgent slice, this one's for you.
It's really good.
Second on a list is Cafe Papaneland. Now this one's a bit more under the radar. It's cozy, historic, which is built in 1642 and has that warm, old Amsterdam charm. Their apple pie, flaky crust, cinnamon-kissed filling, and just the right amount of sweetness. Fun fact, Bill Clinton once dropped by, loved the pie so much he bought a whole one and later sent them a thank you letter. Well, Winkel 43 brings the hype, but for us, Cafe Papaneland wins for the balance of flavor, chill canal side vibes, and that slice of history baked right in. You should also add Surinamese and Indonesian cuisine to your list. Because of Netherlands' colonial past, Surinamese and Indonesian food is everywhere and it is amazing. We were really curious to try Surinamese cuisine, which felt familiar with its Indian, Javanese influences. We went to Sim's Exotic Food, one of the highest rated in the city, and were blown away by the flavor-packed roti, chicken curry, and spicy sauces.
It does taste a bit like Indian, but it also makes sense why, because Indians were hired as contract workers in Surinamese. In fact, there's also a lot of Asian influence, particularly Chinese influence on the Surinamese food. So Surinamese food is actually a mix of all the international foods possible.
For Indonesian, our friends took us to their go-to spot, Yun Indonesian, where we had a rice table to share with many dishes. They also had good vegan options. The flavors were bold, comforting, and honestly some of the best we've had in Europe. Last but not the least, the Tulip Barn Tour. If you're visiting in tulip season, which is mid-March to mid-May, go for a tulip farm tour outside Amsterdam. It's magical. But if you're not here in spring, don't worry. The Amsterdam Tulip Museum in Jordan is a great alternative. You can learn about the tulip craze of the 1600s and even pick up souvenirs or bulbs. So that's our guide to discovering Amsterdam beyond the red light area. Whether you're into art, history, food, or just vibing along the canals, this city has something incredibly special for everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more couple travel stories, tips, and itineraries. Let us know your favorite experience in Amsterdam, or if we missed something you would recommend.